Flight AX-109, a big plane flying from Dubai to London, was filled with people in business class. These were often important people in fancy clothes. But among them was a woman dressed simply in a plain beige suit. Her sandals looked old, and her hair was loosely tied. She didn't carry a fancy bag or wear expensive perfume, just a small canvas tote. Yet, she had a very calm way about her. She got to her seat, 3A. A flight attendant named Melissa came up to her. Melissa smiled, but it was a bit stiff. "Madam, I think you might be in the wrong part of the plane," Melissa said politely but firmly. She looked at the woman's simple clothes. The woman calmly looked up and gave Melissa her boarding pass. "I think this is my seat," she said. Melissa looked at the pass. Business class. Seat 3A. She forced a smile. "Oh, right. This way." Even though she moved aside, Melissa still acted cool and distant. During the whole flight, Melissa served this woman last. She spoke to her only briefly and wasn't as warm as she was to other passengers in their suits and high heels. In Melissa's mind, the woman just didn't look like she belonged in business class. But the woman stayed peaceful. She thanked Melissa softly every time, never showing that she noticed Melissa's coldness. As the plane started to land in London, a message came over the crew radio. "To all flight attendants, our airline CEO, Mr. Arjun Mehra, is waiting at arrivals for a special welcome. Please make sure everything goes perfectly with landing." The cabin crew suddenly became very alert. Everyone straightened their clothes and checked their smiles. As the plane moved towards the gate, Melissa looked out the window. She saw him, Arjun Mehra himself, dressed very well, holding a bouquet of fresh white flowers. He looked eager, scanning the plane's windows. Curious and a little nervous, Melissa whispered to another attendant, "Who's he meeting?" "Some important politician?" The other attendant leaned in. "Didn't you hear? It's the passenger in 3A. That's his wife." Melissa's face turned completely white. "What?" "Yes. She just won a big international award for her humanitarian work, like building schools, helping after disasters, and setting up women's shelters. She asked to travel without anyone knowing who she was. She doesn't like special treatment." Melissa turned to look at 3A in disbelief. The woman who had quietly eaten her food, who thanked her with a smile every time, who she had looked down upon without a second thought, was the CEO's wife, and even more importantly, a national hero. When the plane door opened, Melissa watched silently, completely shocked, as Mr. Mehra stepped forward, his face lighting up. The woman from 3A walked out, and he immediately went to her and gave her the flowers, looking very proud. "Welcome home, my love," he said, giving her a warm hug. Cameras flashed as reporters nearby took pictures. Melissa stood still, her mouth open, not just afraid of getting into trouble, but filled with deep shame. Later, in the arrival area, Melissa found herself walking behind the couple. They stopped, and the woman, still holding her flowers, turned to her. Melissa froze, her eyes wide. But the woman just smiled. A soft, real smile. The kind that forgives without words, the kind that shows grace without judging. Melissa managed to stutter, "Madam, I didn't know who you are." "You didn't need to," the woman replied gently. "Knowing who someone is shouldn't be required to treat them with respect." Then she walked away, leaving Melissa with a lesson she would always remember. That day, Melissa learned something she would never forget. How people look doesn't last. Being human does. And no matter where you are, everyone deserves to be treated with dignity. Did you find this story compelling? Then help us bring you even more. Please subscribe and give this video a like. It makes a huge difference. Thank you.